Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Here we go, baby. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What, did Jaybird do something to his camera there, Denny's? What's going on?
I just think over the years, it's taken a couple spills, and so the plug inputs are not that great anymore.
Look, what do you guys want from me? I am what I am. I'm a fucking hot mess, okay?
I was sneaking in, just fixing it real quick.
Hey, you know what? While you're here, real quick, you can probably got one email I want to jump on real fast that you can probably address. Carlos sent this email. He says, "All right, I've had enough." He said, "Guys, this shit is ridiculous already. You complain so much about your iPhones, but just keep replacing them with new iPhones at $700 a piece. You know what Apple's doing. You know your new phone will eventually crash in the same fashion, and yet you still do it. Come on, wake up. I know you guys aren't dumb, but Apple's got you bent over a barrel with no Vaseline. Get rid of those iPhones and fix the problem once and for all." I agree. I even kind of said that. And, you know, honestly, the whole thing that...
What a passionate email.
Yeah, it's very passionate. He's very upset. And I'll tell you, I'm very upset myself, but I am trapped. I've admitted that. It's all because I'm such a music guy. My iTunes is so extensive, not only with time spent, but money that is invested. And I've got the Apple Music subscription that if I switch, I'd have to go back and buy those songs.
How much you think you've spent on songs? Over or under 10 grand?
Overall, well, yeah, if you added everything together, I'm saving myself now a ton of money because I do it's $15 a month for the Apple Music subscription.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's good for someone like me who at one sitting, and I just I've got kind of one of those personalities where I'm like probably so many other people. Like if you've got a bad trait that you will lose yourself in it and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? Some people it's shopping, some people it's alcohol, whatever. I'm that way also when it comes to iTunes. There were times I remember I broke away. I had a whole thing. I'm like, oh, I found all these great songs. And I looked and it's like $76. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It does get away from, I had done that. I went on a real big run and it was over $200 because I wanted to build up my library.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And so I would say even now, even on a light month for me, I would probably be dropping about $30 a month in new music, and that's probably about adding 35 new songs to
that sounds
the
about
library.
right. Well, then you start really getting kind of picky with what you're downloading after a while. You're like, nah, it's too shitty of a song. I'm not doing it.
And the thing about the Apple Music too, it's a family plan.
Yeah.
So I'm on it, my kid's on it, and Panda, if he wanted to be on it, is on it. He's not on it for some reason.
I'll
but
take his place.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know why he doesn't want to get on it. I keep telling him, get the Apple Music. It's
got
awesome.
everything.
You just think of a song from anytime, anywhere, any place, and they have it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
You got the power of the labyrinth by David Bowie. You've got the power. I've got the power.
I'm sure they've got it. Let me look it up.
Voodoo, you do the voodoo.
Yeah, my daughter's on it, and that saves a ton of money, too. I didn't even think about that. She's always downloading tons of stuff.
Yep, the kids. These kids are expensive.
Yeah, so, I mean, it makes sense. That's one of the big reasons. So the iTunes is number one for me, the iCloud and the backups and all that kind of stuff. So it's like music, photos, that kind of stuff where it's like it would be such a to-do. It's like I would probably have to hire somebody part-time to just take that time because I don't have the time to invest in it. And that would be it. The whole lapse between switching from iPhone to something else, the money, everything else.
Well, then now you have an assistant that's going into your computer.
Well,
now they
yeah.
know your secrets.
If I had an easy to do where it's like, hey, switch this and boom, everything you get, now you got a Samsung phone and everything is right there and you're doing the Apple Music. And if that were the case, that'd be great. And if I were Samsung, I would look for someone like me who, yes, is disenfranchised by Apple and would love to jump over, but you're, held over the barrel by that, and you're not going to make the jump until you could make switching over the iTunes. If there's a way I could keep my iTunes and my iCloud and have the Samsung phone, yeah, I'd do it.
I remember the easier days when you just had a Metro PCS phone and you listened to your music on a CD player.
That's in the past.
Yeah, I know what you want, Kev, but I mean, each company is going to have its disadvantages. I agree with them. Samsung makes a great phone. The new Google Pixel is a very cool phone. The phones aren't the problem. Mm-hmm. It's when copyright was first getting infringed, all these companies were trying to find ways to stop the bleeding on how much money they're losing because you can get it was so easy to go online and illegally download music to where they had to make it tough for them, or offer a service that is similar for a reasonable price. Like $15 a month is nothing to have any song you ever want.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic one. And we're noticing everything's going to these cloud-based services for music. Now you don't actually own that music. What you're doing is you're renting the music.
Nobody really cares. I mean, ultimately, you don't know that you care, but you don't care until you're like, hey, I'd like to switch services. And they're going, you don't own that. You're not taking anything with you. Like, what do you mean?
But, I mean, through Samsung or even through Apple as well, like Spotify, it's the same concept. The Apple Music is the same as a Spotify. It's got all the music there you can subscribe to and get any song you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're worried about losing music, I mean, you're only losing the tangible music that you have that you own. You can still access that music through a subscription. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't let iTunes, unless you have a ton of like seasons of TV shows or movies that you really just want to have on all your devices.
For me, it's extensive playlists, and that would be the thing. I do have a ton of music, probably about 15,000 songs.
Boat Chill
all
1,
categorized.
Boat Chill 2, Boat Chill 3
Oh,
with
exactly.
a storm.
Yeah.
Boat Chill without a storm.
Yeah. No, you're right. I got all those playlists, and the ones that I have, like, for instance, like I love the one that I have for like my alternative music, and I think that's got like 4,000 songs in it. So it's like the amount of time it would take to build that up.
But if you go cloud-based service, you could type in category bands like so-and-so, and it'll give you a playlist from their bank.
Yeah. The thing I love about mine is you go through some of those, like the Spotify's and those, you're hearing a lot of songs, you're like, I don't love that. See, I've gone through, and like for me, everything's a home run. I'm like, love that song. Love that song. It's all like it's dead on.
You know what? The reason why I don't like some of that Spotify stuff is because you'll be jamming out to his song, and then all of a sudden, Margaritaville comes on.
Yeah.
Screw this
Well,
shit.
yeah, you're like, that song sucks, and then you kind of lose like a groove.
A little momentum.
Yeah, and then you're like
Absolutely,
going,
though,
and then
if
you're like, the
you-
next song kind of sucks. You're like, that sucks too. And now you're sitting there, and next thing you realize, you're having to babysit the whole music instead of just letting a playlist go and you living about your life.
Music's so important to an atmosphere. I'll notice
Yep.
events we do, the music will be playing, and then all of a sudden the music cuts off for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and
Yep.
it just seems it's awkward. Music helps fill it.
It
or
does.
fill in
If you're
that
at a
uncom-
restaurant and there's no music and you can hear all the forks on the plates.
Oh, people just eating and chewing.
And even a bad song, yeah, it's just at a party, you play like a bad song, and people are like, what are you, like, you can kill a party with the wrong song.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably why DJs are so big. They're constantly responsible for keeping the momentum.
Oh, we're having a great time at a party. Everyone's jamming out the songs, and all of a sudden, Virginia plays some French bullshit. Everyone's like, "What is this?"
C'est la vie.
I'm trying to open up your eyes.
Yeah.
Trying to get us woke.
I'm trying to get you woke to the French Revolution.
You know what? I kid. You've played a couple of French songs lately. I'm like, this is kind of a
Dude,
jam.
French music is a
Yeah,
jam.
it's pretty fun.
It's sexy.
Right place in the right moment.
Here's the thing about French music. The French chicks that sing like the romance songs, you like put them on and I just get into it and you start grooving around.
Give us a
and-
taste of what that would sound like. You sing.
Me?
Yeah, well, you'd be singing like a French man, but
I'm singing French.
Let's say your name's Pierre.
I need some Virginia singing in French.
Je veux.
You have a great man French accent.
Take off your pants.
Take off your-
Let's do the naked dance.
Oh,
Keep going.
you can do an album.
It's working.
Yeah, kind of getting you going here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Wee wee.
Oh, yeah.
That's not sexy though. That's like you're looking at some French. You're going around France looking at some shit. Like,
Yeah,
oh
no-
look, there's the French museum.
You can search like on Pandora. I'll search like a specific French song that I love. La vie à rose.
Like,
It's a great one.
Could you have sex to this?
No.
Not unless you had a beret on.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy a little
Yeah.
bit.
I could have some croissants
Yes.
and toast some red wine with my chill friends in France. Yeah, but I don't know if you can bone to this.
Yeah, I could bone to this, but I don't think most people could.
You could probably bone to circus music.
Yeah.
Got to make it happen.
You gotta make it
happen. Yeah. So yes, that's the big thing. I know Carlos is all upset, but maybe one day it'll happen, or I'll find a solution. I just need something to go because I was in that place where I was going to fight Apple, and I was like going, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give in. And I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm going to at least get the battery upgrade, and then I'm going to wait for that thing they're going to release, that new update that is going to get my phone back to where it was. I'm going to hold on for the 6 as long as I can, and then I got up Saturday, and
Your phone basically heard you think that.
maybe it did.
It said-
I probably honestly verbalized it to Kim. I'm like, no, here's what I'm going to do. Here's my plan. And then all of a sudden, I started hitting, and I'm showing her. I'm like, will you try this? I'm trying to be as patient as possible. And yeah, you would hit it, you would hit it, and about maybe the 11th or 12th time that you hit it, after about 2 minutes, the app would open. And I'm like, I just can't, there's no way I can't work like this, because it would take updating, checking emails, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it is going to, what will take me 5 minutes will take me 25.
Have you guys ever seen that woman have that ridiculous meltdown in the Apple store? They're telling her she's got to wait on a list and she just can't handle it, and she freaks out in the middle of everybody. I mean,
awesome.
It's on the internet. It's called "Woman Flips Out at Apple Store," and it's about 27 seconds long, and she freaks out. It's awesome.
I still haven't done that update, and that's why I think my 6 still works. And my phone asks me every day, multiple times a day, hey, you want to do the update? And I push, every time I push, no, I don't want to do it. And it says, maybe later or overnight.
Is it not
no,
now?
I don't want you to do it overnight. And it keeps trying to trick me. And it asks me multiple times a day. I have not done the update. I won't do it. But I also can't download like the new AirTab app. I can't download it because and free drinks come with that app.
Yeah.
I can't get it because my phone doesn't support an app that fancy. I need the new update to get the free drinks.
Yep.
So I had to steal Jaybird's phone and get free drinks off of his.
So thus is part of the problem.
Did
and that's
you?
how they get you.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys say it all the time, how technology is evolving quicker every day. It gets faster. And unfortunately, just things like phones that are originally just phones are now phones and computers. So just like any home computer or anything, you do have to upgrade it to keep it up with the times, because they're constantly trying to find new ways to get you. If they come out with a new phone, people are excited, a new device they can carry around, even though it does the same thing. Or new videos. Now you can have streaming videos for everything on your phone. All that takes more processor. So, I mean, it's kind of a bummer, but like phones now are almost replaced yearly.
Yeah, I guess that's the way you got to look at it. And there's like payment plans, and so
that's why they do the
kinda-
payment plans
yeah.
now to soften the blow.
I don't believe in that. Here's what I believe in. When stuff breaks, replace it. So, I mean, why would I do that? Like, just because they have a new TV out, I go buy the new TV? No. My TV works perfectly fine. My iPhone 6 works perfectly fine because I haven't done the dumb update. I'm not doing it.
I get it.
But I think sometimes it's about leasing, and I've looked at that. I had there was a financial guy who was telling me, he said the smartest thing to do, like for instance with cars, I was always like, oh, you buy your cars. He's like, actually the best thing to do is lease your cars. I said, really? And he kind of broke it down for me. I was like, all right. So, maybe there's some things that it's better that you don't really take ownership of it. You just lease it, and you just kind of like, it's always new, it's always fresh, and it's less headaches.
I would hate being in a conversation with someone explaining, well, this is what leasing is about. I'd be like, oh,
Well, then you don't have to worry about the back end maintaining the car.
Don't
Now
worry.
you own it, but now you have to sell it for half the cost.
Financial guys are not going to come try to engage you, Jay Bird.
I knew a zinger was coming. I was just waiting. I mean, you let Kevin and Denny's talk, and I heard the zinger coming.
Could hear it ramping up.
Oh yeah.
But you're talking about leasing music. It's the same thing. We're like a throwaway culture now. Everybody just wants it and get rid of it, get a new one.
But I used to be where Virginia is, and it's like I've kind of started to let that go a little bit and saying I think that the financial models and the business models and the way you get things, there's going to be more that mode with music, with cars, with phones, and so adapt to it, because financially it's not bad, and it's just the way of the world. It's the way it's going to be, and it actually is going to work out better for you in the long run.
I mean, how many times do I want to buy Billy Joel's Turnstiles album? I mean, how many fucking times, Billy?
Yeah.
I've lost it so much. You get to a
So
point
just
where
lease it.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about if you buy an album at least twice? Don't you, in a sense, at that point, kind of think, all right, I kind of own that song now forever?
I don't know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
What am I saying?
It's not your. It's not. You are being penalized though for your own inabilities to hold on to stuff. That's partially on you.
All right, you bring up a point.
But I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying, Danny?
Yeah.
All right, at least somebody does.
Well, looking at stuff going on this week, Never Too Early South Florida Fair is going to be cracking. We're going to be there on Friday.
Kicking it off.
Getting ready for that. Then we got a busy Friday. Then we'll be at the Panthers Calgary Flames game at the BB&T Center for Zamboni Matrimony Friday night. That is going to be going on. So that's what's going to be kicking off our weekend here this weekend.
I mean, who's going to be putting us in a stretcher by 11 o'clock? That's a long day.
That's a long day.
I think there's a rumor going around. We're going to the Rainforest Cafe.
Yes, pregame.
I have never been, and I am so excited.
It's cool. It's been a while since I've been to one. They are fun.
I looked at the pictures. It's just my game. There's fucking trees indoors. I think I saw it. Was there a dinosaur in there?
There is. There's all kinds of animatronic animals.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's like a thunderstorm that happens. It starts raining in the rainforest.
How have I not heard of? Have I not gone to
I
this?
don't know.
Seriously, I was asking myself the same question.
This is everything I'm about.
Everybody knows about the Rainforest Cafe.
For real.
All right.
Opening his eyes to a whole big world that's out there.
Do you want to go, Kev?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like
Friday?
to. Yeah, Friday. Got to see how much time we got and what time. I'm not sure yet when we've got to be at the BB&T to get ready for everything because I've got a dentist appointment.
Dude,
Get
T Technologies.
I know. I need to.
Save
yeah.
you a trip.
They don't even have a prototype.
I'm not going to be able to leave town till like probably 5-ish.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
You'll miss
There's
the
no way.
pregame.
Yep. So probably missing out on that, unfortunately.
All right, maybe we'll FaceTime you in.
Yeah, FaceTime me. Just pop my head right there. Yeah.
We'll put you next to the dinosaur.
We'll stand you up.
Yeah, there's a thunderstorm going on.
So a lot of big drinking activities going to be happening here the next couple of weeks. On Friday, they've got a sour beer fest at Bang & Banjo in Pompano. Saturday, the new brewery I was telling you about is having their grand opening, that Matthews Brewing in Lake Worth. They're doing their grand opening on Saturday. The place is really nice.
You gonna go?
Yep, think so on Saturday. Yep, then Funky Buddha in Oakland Park, they're doing the Maple Bacon Coffee Porter Fest. Virginia, isn't that the coffee? Isn't that the beer you like?
I love that.
Yeah.
Maple bacon coffee porter. That's just my bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then next weekend, the Miami Beer Festival is going on at Marlins Park. They're doing a beer release at Due South. Delray Beach Fashion Week's going on. Jupiter Brew Fest is a week after that, so a lot of stuff coming up.
Isn't Due South the one you like? Isn't that one of your favorites?
I do, yeah.
I'm trying to memorize your beers, Kev.
They're going to reopen up a new tap room. Yeah.
What if I see a beer that I think you would like? You don't know about it, but I'm like, I think Kev would like to drink this shit.
Yeah, give it
I'll
a
give it
a
to
whirl.
you.
Yeah, I'm an IPA pale ale guy. Those are the two categories I like, and I like trying something new. Even if I don't like it, I'm like going, okay, I don't love it, so I can cross it off the list.
Denny's fiance Jen got me I forget the name of it, but she brought back a big ass beer for me, and it's a 12%er. I haven't drank it yet.
Whoa, 12%.
It's massive.
It's massive, and it's
it's giant.
Yeah, no, and it's 12%. So I think I'm drinking. That's my pregame.
We're doing some fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
for Friday. But that's my rainforest. I'll be drinking that in a parking lot at the rainforest.
Are we Ubering all the way to
Yeah.
the BB&T?
We're gonna
I
have
think
to.
we have to.
Yeesh, that's going to be a healthy bill.
The bird. I'll do it. I'll take
We
care
can
of it.
three-way split it.
I'll do
Okay.
it. That'll be your one of your Christmas gifts.
From 2015.
Yes.
They say in the beer game, it is starting to shift a little bit. Craft beer, I had known the old stats about 11% of the market, but you're starting to see some healthy declines in a lot of the big old staple brands that have been around. Bud Light Lime tanking, down 35% in sales in the last 5 years.
That is a significant tank.
Keystone Light down 26%. Miller High Life down about 25. Natty Light down 23.
I mean, this has got to be because of all the craft beers.
It is,
has to.
yeah. It's starting to grow, and now you're seeing like Budweiser's down 22%.
Well, there's so many of them
Even
now.
Bud Light's down 13%. Miller Light's down 12.6. So, I mean, there's a lot of beers that are really losing, but the big dogs are going out and they're buying where they're making up is big brands. They say Stella Artois and Modelo, both up over 200% in the past 5 years.
Nice.
I went to one of those bars where you walk up, like you sit down. It's a very cozy bar. I forget the name of it. You walk up, you pick out your beer, and then you pay for it at the end. You bring your cans up, and like, okay, that's what you get. But there's so many different choices.
River Market Brewing does that.
Oh my gosh, man! I mean, it's kind of overwhelming. It's like a Cheesecake Factory menu. You're like, oh
Yeah, they do. You know, there's a lot of variety. They do stuff. I think what's fun is discovery. People like discovering new stuff, and like you said, even if you don't love it, you're like going, okay, at least I'm always trying something new. So there's an element of excitement, you know. Whereas traditionally, people would drink Bud Light, the same beer, for 40 years. And, you know, you find out like beer's like a woman. It's kind of exciting every now and then to change it out.
Said the married guy who doesn't get to.
Since I can't change out my woman, I change out my beer.
There you go. Hey, you have to have something, man.
That's kind of what it is. So I think that concept is cool. Plus, they do really cool social events around it. You know, and it's just something that's weird. Like I went to Devour Brewing in Boynton the other day. And all it is, it looks like a storage facility, basically. They open up the door and they put a bar in there, and they've got like, at each table, they've got somebody's home video game system set up. So there's always games, there's big Jenga, there's stuff that you can play, and it's a little bit more interactive, and it's kind of fun because you're like going, I'm like in a storage facility drinking, and you're just like, it's so...
It's niche.
It sounds like a grown-up play date.
Yeah, it really is. So, I mean, you know, there's that, and there's just a lot of bars that are really opening up that's good. I tried a couple really good ones you guys should try. There's a place called Sweetwater, and it is off of Woolbright, I think, in Boynton. I went there. Oh, the design on that place is really cool. A lot of good wines and craft beers. Whoever put the menu together was great. And then I went to another one. I think it's called CWS, something like that, in Lake Worth. It was unbelievable. It was a really cool little bar. A lot of great craft beers, all kinds of different alcohols you could get as well. And they did those craft cocktails as well, where the guys are wearing they're wearing kind of like those big leather aprons, and they're, you know, putting stuff together. Of course, everybody's got like a craft beard, and
they're cooking down simple syrups and adding things like elderflower and jasmine, and you're like, what?
The bar itself is a piece of art, though. It is. You look around at all the things that they've got, and they're on the walls, and it's just like where they found the stuff is amazing. So yeah, I found a couple cool places over the weekend. So I'm not doing the homework for you guys.
You really
Yeah, you
are.
are.
Yeah, I'm sacrificing my liver for you guys to have a great weekend.
Do you drink the IPAs, Denny's?
I do not. I can't get down on the IPAs. I like the blondes better, like the things that are a little bit lighter.
Yeah, everybody got their own jam, man.
Denny's a little bitch.
The
Aw.
IPA tastes like I'm drinking liquid bread. It's so thick, and I
It
feel
is.
It's a little
full
bit
after
thicker.
one of them.
If you're not used to it, it's very overwhelming
it's
in the beginning.
heavy.
The IPA, to me, I don't like the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's almost like a.
I know that like all the refined palate guys love IPA, but I guess I'm just not refined.
That Avita or that Abita, is that an IPA? What is that?
They make them.
Do they
No, I
have
think that's a
Purple
wheat
Haze?
beer. That's a
They
wheat
make
beer.
everything. Abita makes everything. They make an IPA.
But the one I think you're talking about specifically, I think normally your fruitier beers are kind of like a wheat beer typically.
Okay.
I gave you that Andy Gator that's by
That's
Abita.
good.
That's a 10%er.
That's 10%?
Yeah,
No,
Andy Gator comes hard.
No wonder I was like,
9
oh,
or 10, it's high.
okay,
It's,
wow.
it's up there. That's what I gave you. Mm-hmm. I've got the Abita Peach in my fridge right now. That's delish.
You like Abita, Kev?
I do. It's great. It's a really good beer. Yeah, they do good stuff. So I love it. Big fan. Yeah, nothing like putting that with some good food. You know, Betas are good for like. There was a place. What was there? There was a place in Fort Lauderdale that was a New Orleans bar. Can't remember the name of it. Where did I go?
I'm on
and
it.
They had
Which one? In Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Shuck and Dive.
Shuck and Die. That's
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Chef Staz over there. Staz runs a great restaurant. And I mean, as a person who makes her own gumbo and
Yeah.
takes a lot of pride in gumbo, I can taste a gumbo and tell you instantly if love went into this gumbo or not. His gumbo is a cup of love.
Oh yeah, it's good.
He
huh?
does it right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Most restaurants, when you go in and I order the gumbo, I'm disappointed because their gumbo is never as good as mine. His is phenomenal at
Yeah.
Shuck and Dive.
If me
Okay.
and you got into a gumbo off and I truly beat you, would you be bummed out about that? Would you take that hard, or would that not be a big deal for you?
I would take it really hard.
Would you really?
I would probably not come into work the next day.
Yeah.
Really?
I'd be
Worked on
embarrassed.
this recipe for years.
I'd be ashamed.
Yeah.
And this
Hey.
young cowboy comes in and just makes gumbo that beats
Oh,
her.
if he came in and made a gumbo that beat mine, I would seriously be really thinking through everything in my life.
Oh, 18, I am developing my own gumbo. I'm coming for you.
Dumbo Gumbo.
Oh, damn it, that's good. That's good. Damn it, he sings me.
I know you like the raw oysters, Virginia.
I do until I saw this story. Oh my gosh.
I don't understand this. Like, there was this woman from Texas. She died from a flesh-eating bacterial infection that came from eating raw oysters. She purchased a sack of raw oysters in Louisiana during a family vacation in September. The trouble started after she ate about 24 of the oysters. And they diagnosed her with a flesh-eating bacterial infection, and she died 3 weeks later.
I got a lot of questions.
I do too.
So how long after she purchased them did she consume them? Did
Right.
she let them get a little funky and then she ate them raw and then got sick?
Right. I mean, because if you're like not doing what anybody who eats oysters ever knows.
You got to keep them on ice. You cannot
Right.
ever let them ever get warm again. You got to make sure you're consuming them pretty quickly after when they were harvested. You don't want to let them hang out too long.
Yeah, oysters sound so good.
I've always preferred my oysters cooked. I mean, I'll eat them raw because I like standing at a raw bar. I like standing there and the whole fun of drinking a Dixie beer and watching
There's
the
something
guys
about a
shuck
beer
'em
and that kind of like, yeah.
I like that
oysters
whole
is-
process.
I do.
But as
yeah.
far as the taste, and really if you appreciate an oyster, I prefer them cooked. I prefer
Really?
them
Okay.
char grilled oysters. For me, are my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, like you know oyster Rockefeller or oysters Bienville, and they add some seasoning in there, and they put them on the grill and char grill them. That to me is the best.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm a raw oyster fan, and I don't know. I mean, this is only one case. I mean, how many people eat raw oysters? But still, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, that definitely horrified me. Flesh-eating bacteria does not sound like a fun way to go.
No.
What kind of photo does an oyster take?
I don't know. What kind of photo does it take?
A shelfie.
He just warming up. My man just warming up over here.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, that
I like
boy.
it.
That boy.
It's oyster humor.
Very, very topical. That boy.
I mean, it's not even joke jury.
That's a freebie.
That's a freebie.
Bonus.
Lanyap, we call that in Louisiana.
Bonus.
A little something extra.
Mm-hmm. Some good news, Jay Bird. With your diet, according to a new study, you can reverse the negative effects that being a couch potato has on your heart in just 2 years, even if you've never exercised before. And I know that you do and you have, but they're saying that, hey, even a lifetime without exercise in 2 years, you'd never know it. You could look at somebody's heart and be like, you're all good.
I always wonder that if you've gone too far to where you can't reverse any of the
It's never too far.
That's a real thing.
If you put the work in,
There
your,
is a
your
cutoff
body
date.
repairs.
There's a cutoff date.
There is a cutoff date.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, there's got to be a
It's too
cutoff
good to
There
date.
is a
True.
cutoff date, 65.
Okay.
They say 65 that you too late. You're screwed. But apparently, what it is,
I got so much. No, that's a lot of time. To
Yeah, you can really
diet ain't happening today.
No.
dial it in.
All of a sudden, Pizza Tuesday sounds
Call
great.
Ryan Beckett. Lunch is canceled.
Yeah. Well, actually, we'll do lunch. let's not get drastic here.
Oh, yeah, we're
Workout
going to,
canceled.
We're going to the Golden Corral.
Yeah.
I mean, that just sounds. There's not enough. You couldn't pay me.
Ryan Beckett would not be seen in a Golden Corral.
Good for
No.
Ryan Beckett. Stand your ground, Beckett.
They say one of the biggest killers in America is heart failure. It's right up there. I think like in the top 3. And what you have to do, though, unfortunately, it's not easy workouts. You've got to do weightlifting and high-intensity interval training. So you've got to really kick your own ass for 2 years straight. What it does, apparently, they had 2 groups. One focused like on things like yoga. One did the hard workouts. After 2 years, the intense workouts made people's heart muscles more flexible, which is, I guess, what you want. They say your heart tends to stiffen up as you age, which can lead to the heart failure.
Oh, stiff heart.
So,
That makes me feel
I'm
weird.
real uncomfortable.
Oh,
yeah,
Kevin.
so you have to go and really grind it and really like, almost like puking kind of workouts, and then you can avoid the heart failure.
Oh,
It's a-
Kevin's definitely got the most flexible heart.
But what
It's
a great,
rubber.
what a great band name. Ooh, you want to see Stiff Heart play tonight? Yeah, let's go see Stiff Heart. That's a great fucking rock name.
Stiff heart.
Yes.
That's not my heart. That's stiff.
Oh,
That'd be one of the songs.
he's got a heart on.
It's all good stuff, guys.
Yeah, so that's what they say. So it's going to be that kind of stuff. Now, have you talked to your boy Ryan Beckett about what style of workouts? Is it just going to be swimming? And does he say for how long and what style?
So I'm going to be swimming at least twice a week with him, and then I'm going to be doing cardio.
Okay.
For some of my other days, I'm not going to do a lot of lifting. I'm going to do a lot of push-up stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing. I want to run and swim to also tire out my brain and my mind. I think that all helps.
What kind of running?
Probably long distance. What I do usually, especially because I'm really out of shape right now, I'll set the treadmill for 45 minutes, or I will go out to a field for 45 minutes, and I will jog for a minute, walk for 2, jog for a minute, walk for 2, until I can't do that anymore. Then the next day, I will increase it just slightly, and then within 2 weeks, I'm at a bigger range of where I can run.
Okay, he's got a system, Virginia.
It's always worked for me.
It's all about implementation, though, Kev.
I hear you. That's all.
These blueprints sound great.
No, you're right.
On the radio.
On paper, it works.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
He's got it planned out.
I don't know what happened in 2017. I just did not want to exercise. I just did not want to do it. I tried.
It's 80% mental.
It is.
I had gone through something the last couple of weeks. I think from Thanksgiving, you get, that's what happens when your routine gets thrown off and things like that. It gets harder to get back in. And last week, man, it was a struggle mentally to get in there. And then you get over the hump a little bit and you're like, okay, I'm almost excited to work out again, but it is 80% of the battle. That's why I would tell people, I went to the gym the other day. I stood on the treadmill. I got a call. I walked right out of the gym. I was there about 45 seconds.
So we just have to call you when you get there.
Yeah.
Jay-Bird, we'll just call you when you walk in.
There's been times where, especially the start of a diet, I have pulled into the gym and I have all my gear on, and I'm trying to get out of the truck.
Yoga pants.
Just ready to go, and then I just go right to the drive-thru. And it's such a complete opposite of what you're supposed to be. Talk about falling apart.
But I would tell anyone, go to the gym every single day as much as you can. At least try to do, 3 to 5 days a week. Just go.
You're right.
Even if you walk in and walk, and I can't. That's not the only time I've done that. I've probably 10 to 15 times in my life. I've walked into a gym. I sit down. I'm like, nope, not today. And I'll walk right back out.
I've heard motivational speakers say, even if you just do that, if you walk in, you're at least keeping your thought pattern with trying to do the right thing. If you don't go at all, you're off it. And if you go there, you're at least making effort. You might be tricking your mind to get back on it the next day.
There you go. Maybe.
But
stay in the pattern.
That's these motivational people. They're rich. They're in shape. It's easy to give advice. When you're killing it, it's easy.
Yeah. When you're over here poor and fat, it's different.
Different story. Yeah. All right, that is going to do it for us. Just to let you guys know, not only are we going to be at the BB&T on Friday, but coming back next Friday, need to start talking about KVJ Cocktails and Karaoke is going to be coming back. Going to be trying to do a little bit more of the prize game for our really good performers that come out. We had done that one thing for Tortuga tickets where we had some judges pick out 3 winners and they won tickets. Going to start doing a little bit more of that, and I think we might start doing some theme nights as well.
Jay-Bird's going to sing Moana. I'm very excited.
I'm going to learn it.
Yeah, we might want to do like a Disney theme night. That is one option that you could do.
That would be so fun.
And you have to dress like a character.
I would rock the shit out of the Little Mermaid.
If people really got into that and dressed like characters and really sang Disney shit, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be fun.
You could do 90s night, you could do 80s night, you could do
it.
hairband night, you could do all that kind of stuff. And we get prizes for that category. So we'd be doing all that kind of like different stuff. So if you got a category you want to throw at us, we could do that. 90s R&B.
I want to do this shit now.
Yeah. So we got a whole bunch of different dates are going to be booked. If you want to find out when and where we're going to be doing the cocktails and karaoke, you can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. Check it all out. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.